Alright YouTube, what's up? Today is Tuesday, August 22nd. I have spent majority of the morning mixing and now I am running to just grab some supplements. Your boy is out of protein. I am out of my pre-workout that I use, and yeah, so just coming to re-up on that. I get those two products from two different places. So right now I'm outside of GNC, and then the next stop will be the Supplement Superstore before I head back to the house. Still on my fitness kick, and maybe we need to do some sort of like series. I've had a number of you guys DM me on Instagram over the past couple of years, or leave comments in the comment sections of YouTube, of some of the YouTube videos, asking for like fitness advice, or talking about the importance of fitness when it comes to the audio engineering community or producer community. So maybe we'll do something like that, because you know your boy is trying to stay with them gains. You know I'm not trying to be Mr. Dadbot out here, and especially for all of us that are sitting and sedentary and just like, you know, especially you're mixing a record or producing a track and hours just fly by and you took like 0 steps during those hours, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe we'll do something like that. But I'm gonna run in and grab these supplements, and then we'll head back to the crib. Yo, what's up everybody? This is Jordan Criddle, and I want to talk you guys through my very simple home studio setup. In our previous house, I did a lot of recording sessions, and here in our new place that we recently built this house, and ever since we moved in here, I've had absolutely no recording sessions, 0 recording sessions. And so I've used this room primarily as just a room to mix in. It's not perfect. I don't have the most ideal acoustic treatment. I don't have the most ideal anything, but I'm very familiar with what I have and I've made it work. So I figured I would talk you guys through that. The very first thing that I want to touch on is the microphone that I have. It's the only one that I have because I'm not recording anyone outside of myself to shoot tutorials and things like that. But it's the Rode NT1A. I've had it for a long time. Treats me well, it does the job. You guys have seen on the channel before, I've recorded artists with it and got really good results from it. So I do like the microphone. I've held on to it throughout the years, and still use it from time to time. All right, so next I'm gonna go to my interface. So this is the interface that I have had since probably 2015, 2016, something like that. Whenever I first started the channel, I had this interface, and it is the original Apollo Twin Duo, the silver face joint. It's the one that's held me down forever. I've added gear, I've taken away gear, I've done, you know, a number of different variations throughout the years, but one thing that's always remained steady in my setup is that Apollo Twin. So when it comes to recording vocals, when it comes to being able to mix, especially if you're mixing primarily in the box, it gets the job done. Really, the only issue that I ever had with the Twin was the fact that it's just a duo core, and so you run through DSP super quick. I always wanted a satellite. Back in 2018, I think I went out to LA to the Seeing Sounds workshop put on by Mixed by Ali, and there was a raffle going on. I somehow, some way, by the grace of God, won the raffle and won a satellite. So I've added that to it. I believe it's a quad, so that's put me up to a total of 6 core of DSP, which works for me. Next thing I want to talk about is what is right underneath my Twin, and that is the preamp. You guys know I've always been interested in having a hybrid setup, and so the first step in that for me right now is just running the mix through a preamp on my mix bus. So this is the first insert on my mix bus, and it's coming out of Pro Tools or coming out of Luna. out of the Apollo into the 2-channel pre and back into the Apollo, back into whatever DAW I'm using at the time. So I've got the Warm Audio WA273. Bear with me on all these names. I'm like blinking, it's been a long day. Plus, like a lot of these names are so long and it's just whatever, bear with me. But the Warm Audio WA273 mic pre really just helps give it just an extra, I don't know, 5% of just something. I feel like the mix feels a little bit deeper, a little bit wider. The transients feel just a little bit rounder. And plus you can kind of push it into the transformers of the pre. Be able to retain like a musical sound without messing up your mix, without crushing the dynamics, without feeling like it's squashed. It actually feels a little bit more open and just a little bit more three-dimensional. But so far I'm loving running the mix through the mic pre and just getting that extra little oomph, you know, that extra little something. All right, so next is going to be my studio monitors, and this is a recent addition. So for a long time I ran with the Adam A7Xs and love them. Love Adam Audio, love those speakers for I don't know how many years I rocked with those. But recently made the move to the Focal. So I've got the Focal Alpha Twin Evo 6.5s. I believe that's the name. Double check me, put it in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm trying to remember all these names off the top of my head, but I'm loving them. I'm loving the extension and the low end. That's the big difference. I always love the high end of the A7Xs. I love the mid-range. I'm loving the mid-range on these. They're still fairly new, so I feel like I need to make it through the just like break them in, just the break-in period and see how they settle. But so far, I'm loving the extension and the low end and being able to hear with a little bit more detail what's happening in the low end of the mixes, while still having that clarity in the mid-range. So far I'm loving these. I'll probably do a review on them a little bit later as I use them more and they break in. But yeah, those are the monitors I am running right now. So as far as acoustic treatment goes, I've got the GIK Acoustics bass trap. So I've got 6 of them. They are all 6 inches deep. Definitely need more going on. You can probably hear right now it's pretty live in this room. I've just gotten used to it, but this room is, I can't remember the dimensions, but the ceiling is probably like 14 feet, extremely high. But yeah, this room is pretty live, but right now I've just got the 6 bass traps. Over time, I'll probably add some diffusers in here and then some ceiling panels as well, just to calm everything down. Again, it's super live in here, but yeah, it works so far. The only other thing that I've got in here that looks cool is just this little mono ref tone speaker here. It's actually not even hooked up right now, but it's another thing that I want at the Seeing Sounds workshop, mixed by Ali's workshop back in 2018 or 19, I think it was 18. But yeah, I've got that sitting on the desk. This desk is just a random, actually standing desk that I found on Amazon. I don't know, probably like 2 years ago. I don't even raise it just because of the monitors. I don't have anything to be able to raise the monitors, and the way that they're set up, raising the desk would probably knock my monitors over. I pray to God especially my middle child doesn't come in here and just raise it, because that's something she would do. Because yeah, that would be really, really bad. But overall, man, I just wanted to show you guys the setup. It's super simple, super basic, but thankfully, you know, you work on your craft long enough, you start to develop your skill set long enough and good enough, work will find you. People are trusting me with their work despite not having the craziest setup or whatever, but you know, we're in 2023, technology is super advanced, and as long as you're doing your thing, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to be able to get the job done. So hopefully this is beneficial, hopefully it's inspiring, hopefully it's helpful, especially for those of you guys on a budget and maybe just starting your journey, or don't have the craziest amount of gear, and you're seeing all these people with, you know, crazy gear and just like elaborate setups, especially on Instagram. I'm scrolling through Instagram all the time and just seeing these insane setups. This is a very basic setup that a lot of you guys can accomplish in a short period of time if you haven't already, and do some really good work. All right, y'all. I'm gonna catch you guys in another vlog soon. Peace.